the weather, and so I'm feeling not too good. So if you hear me messing up or tripping on my words, it's because I'm up, I'm going, but I still am not 100%. Okay, not even close to it, but I wanted to get out this word today. How are y'all doing at the eve of this election? It could be a very scary time. A time where it is easy to get caught up in the fear and the panic that is going to be ensuing from everybody's perspective for various reasons, because it really seems like there is a good reason to be concerned, whether, regardless of who you're supporting on all sides. There's some crazy things that are being said and done, and so it could be easy for different people who take advantage of these moments where a lot of misinformation could be spread, about different people, and then people, when they are in a state of fear, are most apt to then hop on a bandwagon to start going after whoever the target is, not asking a lot of questions, just solely based upon an emotional reaction, y'all. And that's why I wanted to do this message today, because you need to know this is the time. Remember, we're going down the tunnel. We're in the forest. It's just in the dark. The light comes through, which is in the time that we're in, and we're seeing everything. You can see everything that's happening. And rather than going faster, running toward the light, you need to slow down and really examine what is happening around you. Use your discernment, lean upon your faith, and your intuition to help you make a way out of the wilderness. Do you understand me? Today's word is, please stop gang stalking for the free. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the mother. Some of y'all might be like, well, what is gang stalking? That is when, there is either actual or perceived perception of a group of people targeting a particular person to stalk them, to harass them, usually over sustained periods of time. Where it has a certain effect upon the person that's being targeted, where they're, feeling intimidated and harassed, to be kind of put in a state of fear. Sometimes it's to wipe people out, like in terms, especially like when we're talking about social media influencers and, that whole cancel campaign. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely moments when people need to be called out and they need to be canceled, but I have also seen where a lot of times people are accused of different things and it's not decided in a court of law, but instead in the court of public opinion, which is often now on social media. And y'all, like, there's so much chaos and confusion and just information coming from every direction out here. Some getting reported in the news, some happening on TikTok while still TikTok is still up and going, y'all. And you really can't just take information as it's presented to you. If you see on a video on any of these platforms and run with it, you hear me, please listen to me. Do your own homework, do your own research, and then go with what feels right for yourself and your family with whatever we're talking about, whatever is going on. Because in these dark times that the times that are leading to our ascension, the powers that were are really fighting to keep a hold and to do some really nefarious stuff to people, but especially the chosen, especially the people that are becoming aware, especially the people that are conscious, especially the growing community of spiritual leaders who are ascending, who are promoting balance, who are encouraging people to be conscious and to connect with the spiritual realm, to connect with God, to really know themselves, to really know God's. They are going to be increasingly targeted. So it is going to be very important for you to use that discernment, y'all. I get targeted all the time because I am a light, and my light triggers people. Sometimes my light will trigger them because it'll shine a part of their reality that they don't like about themselves. Sometimes it's that because I just stand straight on business, like with what I do, and people are not always doing what they're supposed to do because I'm so by the book and so because I'm getting it done and I'm effective, it makes them look bad and it shows their incompetency. And so they like to congregate on me. They like to get other people and start talking stuff about me, not necessarily true, to slander me, which is also a part of gang stalking, right? And like they perpetuate these things about me that are so far off from my character. I've had conversations with people who meet me and learn and talk to me for the first time. That's why me doing these messages are so particularly powerful, because I've had so many of these people like getting in collectives and groups just to hate me. And it could be for one of the reasons that I just already stated to you, or it could be that I stand up for the little guy, that I'm the advocate for, the people, that I don't care what politics or whatever agenda that people are trying to push. If I see injustice, I'm going to stand on it, and I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to slice right through with y'all. I'm gonna slice right through the lies, and people, these karmics really don't like that. They really don't like that, and a lot of these karmics are narcissists, which means they're very good at appearing to be good, but they are very, very effective at manipulating other people to get them to think that you might be the bad guy, that you might be the villain, when you actually could be the hero for the people that they're talking to. But they're so that effective at spreading lies and getting people to believe their lies, and they play upon people's fears and they pull them in to target who they want to target. And this is where the message gets really real. You have to understand that, remember when I keep talking about how like sometimes God will use different people as test for judgment in spiritual court. So for a person like me, all the time, a lot of times people be like, oh, well, it's just Sadik, I'm just going to deal with her or whatever. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. But the thing is, when you start messing with someone who is anointed and who works for God as an agent of God, you are not just taking on that person. You are taking on the entire spiritual tribe, community that's surrounding that person. And so your thoughts, impure thoughts, just the judgment, any slandering, any lies, any hurt that you do will not only, it will not hit the intended target. Even if you cause some kind of harm and discomfort, the way that someone like myself is going to do it is any kind of negativity coming toward me, I transmute it. So even if it's bad and not in alignment for my greater good, I'm going to flip it to find how it can work toward my greatest good. And not only that, if it's aggressive and sustained, and I know I can visibly see that group, or I can visibly understand and feel the negative energy that's coming my way, I'm going to ask God, I'm going to get my my shield of faith. I'm going to fasten my breastplate of righteousness. I'm going to hold on to my belt of truth, and I'm going to take the sword, that sword of salvation, and I'm going to slice right through the illusions and the lies. And that usually will leave people like completely confused, because not only will the energy, even if it, clips my ear, or does something, that energy is going to go right back to them. And it's not that I'm sending negative energy, it's that their energy can't touch me, and so it's going to go right back to them, their own malice. And the bad thing about it is, when energy gets returned to whoever is sending it, it doesn't just affect that person, it affects everyone around that person, including their loved ones. You understand? That's not really something that you want to do. And so I'm just saying, part of spiritual education is understanding how energy really works. And the dark side, the ones who have really been throwing around this dark energy, they know how to do it. And so it's time for the light workers and those of us who are spiritually conscious to really become educated as well in this spiritual warfare battle that we're on. And so, but, even if you're using your intuition, even if you are in your ascension journey, you're getting to know yourself, you're getting to understand, you're getting to strip away the layers of ego that have been holding you back. You're removing the clutter off of you in your life in this interesting time we're in, and you're removing people, places, and things around you. You're on track. All this fear and chaos that is about to happen, y'all. It's already been happening, but all of it, it's going to try to distract you. It's going to try to force you to make decisions that, make decisions abruptly. It's going to try to put you in a fear-based place where you are not focusing on improving yourself, where you are not focused on manifesting and creation, where it wants to take you to that place in the tunnel, right? In dark tunnel, in the dark forest, where you are stagnant, when you are lame, right? When you are blind, meaning you have no vision. It is trying to keep you right there, locked in your fear, or even worse, to send you running as fast as you can toward what you think is the light. But there will be all kinds of snares along the way, making it extremely difficult for you to get to that end, unless you are thoughtful and you are thorough, and that you are spiritual, and that you are faith, and that you are ready. I hope that this message makes sense. I hope that, that it helps you, if not now, in the coming months, to really understand how to hold yourself for what is to come. Do not willingly enter any kind of campaign to target a person, place, or thing until you really understand what you're actually fighting for. Like, if you don't have a direct interaction with that, especially if it's a person, then make sure that you know that person. Make sure you really know their character. Make sure you know what's being said about that person is actually real by reaching out yourself. Don't just hop on a bandwagon to go after someone. If you're hearing things that make you scared about yourself or for your family in terms of your safety, try to talk to other people who may, know something about her in the area to get an understanding. But really, honestly, the number one thing is, if you're concerned about something and you don't know what to do, start praying on it every night before you go to sleep. And then when you first wake up at sunrise, ask questions to your spirit guides and to God to give you clarity on the best course of action that you should take. Remember, that is your internal compass. All right. I love y'all. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and y'all pray for me to be fully healed and restored. Peace.